A specific paradox exists in the medical device industry. Development teams often build high-performing, reliable software only to fail their regulatory audits completely. These audit findings rarely target the quality of the engineering. Instead, they focus on a total absence of the evidence required by the quality management system. This usually triggers a period of retroactive panic. Engineering teams are pulled away from new features to spend weeks reconstructing design history documentation to satisfy an auditor's request. Records manufactured after the fact are inherently less reliable than those created during development. This gap in documentation can legally compromise the product and introduces unmanaged risks to patient safety. This collision stems from the differing objectives of the two systems. Agile methodology is optimized for responsiveness. It is designed to adapt quickly to changing requirements and user feedback. A quality management system is optimized for demonstrable control and verifiable proof of patient safety. Without a deliberate strategy, development speed shatters this rigid control. This creates agile theater. Teams move quickly, but leave behind missing traceability, unrecorded architecture, and unassured software tools. However, agile practices can also serve as the mechanism that makes regulatory evidence more reliable and efficient to produce. Aligning these two forces is a requirement for any organization intending to ship compliant software in the modern medical device market. Evidence requirements remain constant across all lifecycle models. In an agile environment, the timing of that evidence shifts from a final project phase to an integrated part of every sprint. This timeline represents a traditional waterfall approach. Documentation is a massive batch generated only after development is finished. The Whitehall approach uses progressive documentation. The evidence is built incrementally alongside the code, distributed in small, manageable blocks within each iterative cycle. This timing avoids the significant costs associated with documentation reconstruction. It ensures the resulting records are a precise, contemporaneous reflection of the software's design and risk controls. The primary control for this process is the definition of done. This serves as the mandatory compliance gate for every feature the team produces. A feature that lacks verified risk controls or traceability links cannot satisfy the definition of done. Within a regulated lifecycle, software that runs but lacks its accompanying evidence is considered unfinished. This latter illustrates a critical regulatory distinction. Completing a sprint creates a potentially releasable increment. However, placing that product on the market requires passing a separate formal QMS release gate, a distinct regulatory act. It is also important to note that AMI TR 45 is a technical information report, not a certifiable law. It provides guidance on how Agile can satisfy existing standards like IEC 62304, but it does not replace the requirements of your specific quality system. Treating an engineering milestone as a formal release gate is a common failure mode. This confusion is how unapproved medical devices unintentionally reach the field. A well-designed regulated Agile process allows teams to test clinical assumptions in weeks. This provides much earlier feedback than models where requirements are locked in a year before actual use. Continuous integration ensures that architectural flaws and safety defects surface early. These issues can be addressed while the design is still malleable, reducing the cost of correction. In this state, safety documentation is a natural byproduct of the development flow. Audit readiness becomes a continuous baseline standard, rather than an isolated period of intense preparation. Integrating evidence into the daily work of the team provides a consistent, verifiable assurance of both product quality and patient safety. The Software Lifecycle Standard, IEC 62304, mandates specific activities and evidence, but does not require any particular development framework or cadence. There is no single, universally compliant Agile template. Every organization is responsible for designing, documenting, and defending a process that fits its specific products and safety classes. Throughout the next 9 modules, we will use a fictional case study called PulsePath Medical Software. This provides a sandbox to practice mapping Agile activities directly to mandatory design controls. Welcome to the course. We will begin in Module 1 by establishing the foundational strategy for Agile in a regulated environment. Understanding these principles will enable you to defend your specific Agile procedures with evidence-backed confidence.